This is Bonita Martinez, and I am Larry Millete's attorney in this criminal case. We are here in Chula Vista Court. We just finished a hearing for our motion for the court to set bail. It was denied by the court today, but we're not going to give up. We're going to either appeal that or file another motion again.
Can you talk about the motions you've already filed in terms of your argument as to why he should be granted bail?
Well, the main arguments are that his wife was used to leaving the house in the past, and that his disappearance today doesn't mean she's dead. And you cannot rule out that she's alive. You cannot rule it out because there is no dead body. And because she is a person who left the house several times, she would go to the desert, she would go motorbiking in the desert alone, hiking in the mountains without her husband. Lots of that is in the court files, and it is accessible. But basically the argument is that you cannot rule out other theories that she disappeared on her own volition or her own will. We believe she's still alive. But the problem here is that the investigation of the authorities were focused on her death. They did not look for her as a person who is alive. And that's what we need to do. We need to find her among the living and not among the dead.
So you believe that she's been gone since January, just living some other life somewhere else, and had planned this whole thing out to leave her family?
We believe that she is alive. We don't know her full plan because she did not say goodbye. She did that many times in 2020. She left the house without saying, I'm home or I'm leaving. No, she wasn't talking to anybody in the house. She left on her own volition. The husband has not hurt her, not even once, even though she was unfaithful. He gave her all the things that she wanted.
What's Larry's mindset right now? You've spoken to him, he's in jail. What's going through his head right now? Continue talking that way, please.
He's concerned about his children, obviously, and he wants to continue working because his job is important to him, and he has a job waiting for him. And the judge heard that, but she doesn't want him to return to his work. So hopefully that ruling may change in the future. And that's all we can hope for.
Is he complying with the protective order? Did he decide finally to stop talking to his kids after the 9 hours worth of phone calls?
Larry is not talking to the children anymore. He can only talk to me. So that's what the schedule is nowadays. Just talk to me. And he didn't hear the restrictions during the first hearing because he has a problem with his hearing. And then they did not give him a copy of the restrictions. They also didn't give me a copy. It was later that I realized that they didn't give him one. So the DA, in fact, sent me one. And then we had the hearing where he was given one. But that was after the fact.
Has he told you anything about the spellcasters that he was contacting? Has he talked about why he was doing that and how many times he contacted them and how much money he spent on that?
The Spellcaster was sort of a area that I don't fully understand. I don't believe in spellcasters, so it's hard for me to even talk about it. I come from the Philippines, and I know that some folks in the Philippines believe in some of that. But it is now, that's ancient belief though. It's not modern. And Philippines is very modern now. And so whether they believe that or not, I do not know.
What are your thoughts on, a prosecutor saying that he could be a threat to this other alleged man who was having an affair, and comments that he made about getting the other guy and things like that? What are your thoughts on that?
I don't think there's any proof. There is no proof whatsoever that he's a threat to anybody. To anybody. I've submitted all the documents that support that statement. So it's up to, the truth will come out. Obviously, right now, the judge feels like he wants to protect him. But I am sure everything will come to light and we will all see the truth. So, like, we are not here to discuss the case, so I can't talk to you about how I feel about the case. The evidence is developing. I have not received a single discovery from the district attorney's office thus far. It's been 16 days. I have not received any document or proof or evidence from her office. So even that, it's very difficult to talk about what they have.
It's for the children. I know they're staying with Larry's parents right now, and obviously a petition has already been filed to grant custody to May's family. I'm assuming you're going to be fighting that. I mean, talk about that a little bit.
I have not seen the documents, so it's just it's not right to comment about it if you don't know anything about it. So any filings that are going to be filed, I anticipate I will be representing Larry.